May I come in, sir?
Come.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir.
Have a seat, Dinesh.
Thank you, sir.
Dinesh, you are from Jodhpur, Rajasthan.
Yes, sir.
Optionally psychology.
Yes, sir.
And your graduation is in chemical science and technology.
Yes, sir.
And you are fond of Rajasthani folk music.
Yes, sir.
Community service teaching UPSC aspirants.
Yes, sir.
And badminton.
Yes, sir.
So, Dinesh, can you tell me what has been the effect of COVID-19 on the mental health of the people?
Yes, sir. Sir, in COVID-19, mainly the social support system of people have deteriorated. In that time, isolation have put people through the pressure, and the social support of the friends and family in going outside and meeting others have been not as good as was earlier. And second, the issue of uncertainty at that time was pushing people into the brink of depression and the anxiety, the uncertainty, and not knowing what could be the worst. And third, the losing of the loved ones, and knowing that the person nearby him or his friends or out of his family circle or sphere, someone is dying. That also made him vulnerable and depressive
What
about
was
the
done by
situation.
government to take care of this problem of mental health?
Sir, in that time, I'm able to recall one Manodarpan for student, for Manodarpan portal was launched for students where, and second, sorry sir, I'm not able to recall other measures.
Okay, what is the difference between psychology and psychiatry?
Psychology is a study, the whole, it is more larger than the psychiatry. Psychiatry part focus on the counseling and treating the disorder, where psychology has all the traits within it, and psychiatry is just part of it.
What is CARA?
Sorry, sir?
CARA. CARA. It's an acronym. CARA. Have you heard about CARA?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall
Just
it.
let me give you a hint. It is something to do with adoption.
Yes, sir.
Now can you
Child Adoption Authority, some under Juvenile Justice Act, there was one authority which was made. I'm
what
not
is the
much aware.
purpose of CARA?
For sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall exact details.
Read it. Why do the farmers commit suicides? What are the reasons? If you can delineate some of the reasons.
Yes, sir. Sir, the first, I would say the exorbitant money lending rates in the villages, where the formal financial system has not been apt to cater to those people. Second, the failure of insurance schemes or failure of the crops due to droughts or other natural disasters. So those are major reasons. Those two are major reasons which I can found.
Overspending, materialism.
Not, sir, not exactly overspending. I like mostly the rural farming families. They've been miser in those reducing their expense, but the basic needs have been met. For example, education, yeah, for and some social expenditure is also there. For example, marriage of their children. So those can be on little bit of one side, but the main reason is that the failure of the crops and not having surplus to expand in the basic needs.
Okay. Thank you, Saxena.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Dinesh,
Yes.
A large percentage of civil servants suffer from schizophrenia. You must be aware.
Yes.
So, what are the causes for this?
Sir,
Lack of motivation, depression.
in civil servants or the whole people?
Civil servants, बताइए.
Sir, one in major in psychology, there have been studies. The major reason of the schizophrenia is the genetic basis. So, and with that if environmental factors like stressors the high working pressure or high prolonged working hours become more and more in the prestigious higher pressure is there in the civil service, those can trigger those that genetic factors, and it can become manifested in the civil servants.
So, what steps would you suggest to the government to overcome this menace, which is very widely prevalent?
Yes, sir. In civil servant, not just schizophrenia, other psychological disorders also can
Bipolar
be.
disorder. Bipolar disorder flows from this, is a part of this schizophrenia.
No, sir.
It's
No, sir.
different.
It is a part of depression and bipolar is both
Okay.
manic disorders. And so, in that schizophrenia and other disorders, psychology disorder, the work-life balance in civil servants has been need to be improved. And the second, the social support system. For example, we can have cricket match, friendly cricket match between civil servants or the district administration, and such steps like one major scheme I can think of, the Spandan scheme in the Chhattisgarh, where it was implemented for the police government to improve the better health in the central armed police forces, and which similar to that we can expand it to the civil services as well, where we need to cater to the specialized civil services as well, reducing work pressure, improving the other social support system, and having the counseling sessions also now is considered taboo system. Like we have annually health checkup, similar to that we can have annually mental checkup as well,
Mental
which can be normalized. So these can
Do you
be.
think it will be useful if government takes a decision to depute government doctors from government hospitals once a week to every ministry?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to understand how.
If the government decides to send psychologists, no,
Yes, sir.
for counseling,
Yes.
for counseling those who are suffering from depression or bipolar disorder.
Yes, sir. Yes, it will certainly help if the people are, if civil servants are availing the benefits of that counseling sessions, and they are going to the counseling session, or they are having that engaging with the psychologist. That will certainly help, be it from any government service or be it any private clinician as well.
Okay. What are the social evils prevalent in Rajasthan?
Sir, major social levels, I would say the child marriage, dowry, and the woman discrimination, and these are few social levels which I can think of.
Female feticide.
Yes,
What
female.
is the status of women in Rajasthan?
Sorry, sir.
What is the status of women?
Sir, women status has been lower than the, we can say, the average country. The literacy rate has been around 50% only, and similarly women employment is also very less. So we can say that women status needs to be improved, especially in the Rajasthan area.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And there was a film
Yes, sir.
a couple of years back, and there was a massive protest in Rajasthan
Yes, sir.
against, what was that film?
Sir, I believe it was Padmavat. Are you
What was the initial name of that film before the protest?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall the initial name.
Padmavati.
Padmavat.
Who was Padmavati?
Padmavati was the queen of the Chittorgarh. She was the wife of Raja Raval. I'm not able to recall the exact name of the king.
So, what was the protest about? Why were the people from Rajasthan protesting? What was wrong with this film?
Sir, not all the people from Rajasthan was protesting about this film, but few sections which they thought that it is showing the Rajasthan and their culture in a bad way. Only those people were mostly protesting.
Have you seen that film?
Yes, sir, I watched it.
Of course, what you saw is after censure,
Yes, sir.
right? So it's quite good now to watch.
Yes, sir.
But you're aware of the issue, why the Rajputs of Rajasthan were protesting?
Sir, sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
All right. Now there is a Hindu guru, some guru,
Yes, sir.
who's proposing to set up a committee,
Yes, sir.
and at their own level they will censure the Bollywood films and to decide that whether they are misrepresenting Hindu or insulting Hindu religion.
Yes.
You think you agree with this step?
No, sir.
Why?
Already film censor board is there. The work of that is to censor the film according to the mass needed, and it gives approval ratings as well according to adult or maybe teenager. So that now the creating another type of censor board from this is a version of the state authority, and now they are creating their own film censor board, which is not correct, I would say.
Okay.
Now, and also the people have that right to give opinion that it's not their it's hurting their sentiments. There should be a feedback system where they can represent and give their doubts and whatever concerns they have, they can submit to the film censor authority. There one responding back system can be made so that.
But then if people have already seen that film,
Yes, sir.
then in their opinion the damage has already been done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That
Isn't
is
it?
also yes.
All right, you have appeared in different examinations 12 times. Am I right?
So I'm not able to know that how many times exactly, but yes,
I saw from your diabetes, and this is 12th time.
it's for UPSC. Yes, prelims, mains, and
all
interviews.
included. All exams included.
I also appeared for the state services as well and
services,
IIT
for
also.
What kept you going for so long? Normally, a person would say, "Yaar, bahut ho gaya, abhi chodo."
So, sir, I was working constantly throughout my preparation. So it did not give like it was with working also, and so that I was able to see the impact in my last job. I was working as a district social welfare officer, where I was able to see the why I'm studying the direct impact of my work. I was able to see, and I was able to manifest how and visualize how I will be able to put more work through the becoming civil servant or more than that also. So this kept me going.
Okay. Now, what is the current age of juvenile justice? What is the age which is now stipulated below which a child, an accused, will be treated as a juvenile?
Sir, below 16, and sir, in if I am correct, sir, between 16 to 18, there is for major crimes, the child will be treated as major.
Now, so let's say there are cases of children who are 15 years and below committing
Yes.
act of rape,
Yes,
even on minors.
yes, sir.
So when a person, 14, 15,
Yes, sir.
commits this heinous act, he knows what he's doing.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, why not, why remove this, why have this age limit at all? It should be based on the nature of crime. What is
Sir-
your view?
Sir, in that sense, sir, children up to some age, we are not able to finalize which age, but it is varying for the individual person. But we have to put a line that below this line, the people have not have still developed a sense of
So what I understand from your saying is that a child of 15 years who commits this heinous act
Yes, sir.
does not know what he's doing.
Yes, sir. I would say that he is not able to, he's not capable to understand the moral and the social and emotional issues, all the issues like which arises from this. He is not able to contemplate all the situation. So we have to draw a line somewhere.
All right.
Yes.
Now, Ukraine war is going on. What are India's gains from Ukraine war? What has India gained in different ways, if at all it has gained anything?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, first I would say that in G20 summit, India can show that India is a superpower, or no, sorry, not superpower, but a global leader by meddling, not by helping that Ukraine and Russia to come into talking terms, and by finishing the war.
next.
So, and second, I would say that economically, the Russia and Ukraine were supplying the food to the whole of the world, the wheat
Okay,
especially.
next.
And I'm able to think only this.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Dinesh,
Yes.
there is a phenomenon called cognitive dissonance.
Yes, sir.
Do you think Vladimir Putin suffered from the phenomenon of cognitive dissonance in assessing the situation while launching these so-called special military operations?
Sir, I believe that he was not cognitively dissonant at that moment because he thought like if he had been cognitive dissonant about his actions and thought, then he wouldn't have launched the moment. After that, there might have been that he faced the cognitive dissonance, but at that moment, I would say that he was
So
not.
in one line, let's have what cognitive dissonance means.
Sir, it is discrepancy between either two thoughts or thoughts and actions.
Okay. But if you are convinced that these are the facts, and if your facts are not right, then cognitive dissonance can happen.
Yes, sir.
So did it happen in that case? He thought that he will go and just conquer,
Yes, sir.
but that did not happen.
That happened later. That maybe like his both thoughts. First he was thinking that he will win, then he did not win. So that time later at that time he might have occurred that cognitive dissonance. But initially he was not cognitive
Okay.
dissonant.
And in the context of social media,
Yes, sir.
would you like to explain what is confirmation bias and how it affects the behavior of people on social media?
Yes, sir. Sir, in confirmation bias, we see things from our perspective and we discard things which are against our opinion. For example, and in social media gives rise to that only. Sir, it creates echo chamber phenomena. Now, if you watch a video of one, for example, Russia-Ukraine war, if you watch one video on support of Russia, then it will give automatic suggestion of that only. Russia, and it gives.
But if you dislike it with the thumbs down, then what would happen?
Then it might not. Then it might ask that why you have disliked, and then it might change that. It might not show some. Yes, sir.
Algorithm will read it accordingly.
Yes, sir.
And show you what you want to see.
Yes, sir. So that is exactly confirmation.
Thank you.
It creates. Yeah,
Dinesh.
thank you, sir.
You're from
Yes, ma'am.
Rajasthan.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
is renewable energy sector doing in Rajasthan?
So, ma'am, last year Rajasthan has become a leader in India by achieving around 20 gigawatt of renewable energy. So now it is and also solar power have been immense potential in Rajasthan.
How has this benefited the farmers in Rajasthan?
One direct, I would say that the land cost of land have been increased especially in the desert region, and second, I would say that employment opportunity have been increasing in that region, and
What do you understand by marginal standing facility? Have you heard of this term?
sorry, ma'am.
Marginal standing facility of
Yes, yes,
RBI.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What do you understand by it?
It provides a loan without the security to the banks.
Are you sure?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not sure about it.
It's all right. You have studied in Guwahati.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know anything about Northeast Development Fund?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not aware about it.
It's okay. Can you tell me what is reverse repo rate?
Yes, ma'am. Reverse repo rate is the rate through which bank lends to the RBI. If bank is providing loan to RBI, let's say if bank is parking funds to the RBI, then RBI gives a interest that is on reverse
Dinesh,
repo
are
rate.
you an integral individual?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you share with us one real life example of your integrity?
Ma'am, in my job as a district social welfare officer, for that we have launched a Sarkar Aapke Dwar campaign where we have asked various departments to come along with us, and with the we have analyzed through that which villages have been lowest beneficiary and we have most potential, and it created huge impact in our district. So for that time many leaders or maybe political influencer from that side have asked us to have more and more such campaign or such Sarkar Aapke Dwar model in that special their village for the gain of their political benefits. But I went through the data and fact only, and we through our data, and which we thought that it is more impactable. That only we have implemented that is part.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Yes.
All the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
An academy. Let's crack it.